The Nocera grape stands as one of the quiet marvels of southern Italy, an ancient, intensely pigmented variety native to Sicily, shaped by volcanic soils, coastal winds, and centuries of regional winemaking culture. While global audiences are familiar with well-known Italian grapes like Sangiovese or Nebbiolo, Nocera remains a deeply local treasure, cultivated primarily in Messina and the surrounding coastal districts. Its long history is intertwined with the shifting empires, trade networks, and agricultural practices that once defined Sicily, making it not just an ingredient of wine, but a living record of Mediterranean heritage. Nocera's origins stretch back to pre-Roman times, when indigenous Sicilian tribes and early settlers cultivated dark-skinned grapes adapted to the island's hot summers. Over millennia, the Mediterranean climate, characterized by intense sunlight, rocky soils, and cooling sea breezes, favored grapes with thick skins, deep color, and high natural acidity. Nocera evolved within this environment, acquiring a unique balance of structure and freshness that distinguishes it from other regional varieties. By the Middle Ages, the grape had become a significant component of local blends, prized for its ability to add color, aromatic intensity, and longevity to wines. Its strong phenolic content and vibrant acidity made it a natural partner in the rich, rustic winemaking traditions of Sicily. Yet as the centuries progressed, many indigenous grapes faded in popularity due to shifting market demands, phylloxera outbreaks, and modernization. Nocera nearly disappeared, surviving only in small, isolated vineyards maintained by families who continued to grow it out of loyalty, tradition, and pride. In the last few decades, however, the grape has experienced a renaissance. Winemakers and researchers have renewed their focus on regional authenticity, biodiversity, and heritage varieties. As a result, Nocera is now viewed as one of Sicily's most promising native grapes, both for single varietal wines and as a structural cornerstone in blends such as the historic Mamertino DOC, a wine once enjoyed by Julius Caesar. Its revival symbolizes not only a rediscovery of an ancient fruit but also a larger movement toward preserving local agricultural identity in a globalized world. Botanical and ampelographic profile. Nocera is a dark-skinned, vigorous grape variety belonging to Vitis vinifera. The clusters are medium to large, loosely packed, and pyramidal, reducing rot pressure in humid coastal environments. The berries themselves are medium-sized with thick, bluish-black skins rich in anthocyanins and tannins. This biochemical profile makes the grape naturally robust, capable of producing deeply colored wines even in small quantities. The vine thrives particularly well in volcanic soils influenced by nearby Mount Etna and ancient geological activity. Coastal zones where breezes mitigate heat stress. Hilly terrain that improves drainage and intensifies flavor concentration. Nocera's physiological characteristics include late bud break, reducing frost risk, high acidity, rare for warm climates, good drought resistance, long ripening season, leading to layered aromatic development. Geographical significance. The grape's stronghold remains northeastern Sicily, especially the provinces around Messina. It forms the backbone of Mamertino DOC, one of Italy's oldest historically documented wines. The strategic location of Messina, situated between the Tyrrhenian and Ionian seas, has always influenced agricultural patterns. Breezes from the Strait of Messina help maintain cooler nights, preserving acidity and aromatic complexity. Modern cultivation is still relatively limited, but growing. A renewed cultural and economic interest in indigenous Sicilian grapes has placed Nocera among varieties increasingly planted for boutique and terroir-driven wines. Flavor, aroma, and wine characteristics. Nocera grapes are rarely eaten fresh, they are almost exclusively vinified. However, sensory analysis of the fruit reveals intense pigmentation, notes of forest berries, plum, and violets, pronounced tannins, high acidity and mineral undertones. When made into wine, Nocera typically expresses deep ruby to almost inky color. Aromas of black cherry, blackberry, Mediterranean herbs, licorice, and smoke. Firm tannic structure, vibrant, persistent acidity, saline edges from coastal terroir. These characteristics make it exceptional in blends, providing backbone and age-worthiness, but modern winemakers increasingly produce 100% Nocera wines, showcasing purity and terroir expression. Nutritional and chemical composition. Like most dark grapes, Nocera contains anthocyanins, malvodin-rich, powerful antioxidants. Resveratrol, linked to cardiovascular health. Tannins, beneficial polyphenols. Organic acids, primarily tartaric and malic. Dietary fiber in grape skins. These components contribute to the grape's deep color, longevity, structural complexity, and health-promoting biochemical profile. Cultural and historical context. Nocera's role in Mamertino wine connects it to classical antiquity. Ancient Roman sources describe Mamertinum as a favored wine of elite banquets. It was famously served at Caesar's triumphal feasts. This historic prestige has contributed to the modern revival and protected designation. Local Sicilian farmers often view Nocera as a guardian grape, preserving historical identity against the erosion of globalized production models. Its survival reflects generational stewardship and deep cultural memory. Economic role. Although still a niche crop, Nocera is gaining commercial value. Boutique wineries emphasize indigenous identity, high-quality, terroir-driven wines, international interest in heritage grapes. Prices for Nocera-based wines have steadily increased as consumers seek authenticity and regional specificity.